Hey, what's up everybody out there in Facebook land or wherever you're catching this broadcast. I'm Noah Hammond Terrell and this is Untethered Daily, a show where I tap into my inner wisdom, which I believe we all have, and download, so to speak, a message of growth and expansion for myself first and foremost, and I share it with all of you because it helps other people too. This is a growth tool I've used for a while. It really helps me stay on my leading edge of expansion. I never really know what's coming through until I tap in. So let's see what's coming through today. Welcome everybody. What's up, Tracy? What do I most need to hear today for my highest good and for the highest good of all other beings involved? What do I most need to hear today for my highest good? I don't know where this is going, but I'm just going to say what I'm hearing. I'm hearing isolation breeds expansion. What else? It's counterintuitive, but isolation breeds expansion because it's a required piece of growth. Think about it very simply from like a modern medical doctor. If you're going to save the patient's life from cancer, you have to isolate and remove the cancer, and then that person can expand back into their healthful, natural state. Isolation breeds expansion. This is a big reason why you spent the last 6 years roughly living in nature, living in largely isolated places and isolated states of being so that you could breed your expansion, so you could become who you're here to become. Okay, what else? There's an inherent gift in every illness. There's an inherent gift in every perceived problem. There's an inherent gift in every isolating experience, every constricting experience. Like the lobster has to get really uncomfortable and compacted in its shell before it cues it to shed its shell and build a new one. Or like the butterfly must first go through a stage of metamorphosis where it is completely dissolving its former being. States of isolation and isolation experiences can do the same thing for a human being. So without having to necessarily continue this process by going back out into nature and receding from humanity, because you're being called to connect with people. It's why you're doing what you're doing. It's why you're living in Los Angeles. It's why you're doing these videos. It's why you're out in the world serving people and not behind the machines and building systems anymore. The way that you continue to isolate and expand and ride that wave, or contract and expand could be another way to say it. The way that you continue to do that is through your meditation, through your inner seeking, through your personal reflection, through your journaling, through all the practices that help you to continue to find the pieces of you that are ready to expand in a new way by first being isolated, looked at, contracted, inspected, and loved, to put it simply, such that new life can be bred, new expansion can awaken, and overall you can become who you're here to become, the butterfly. All right, anything else? People resist the contraction, the inspection. People don't want to hear information that might illuminate a problem that they're having. People resist constantly the inner searching that reveals the pain points, quote unquote, or the problem areas, quote unquote, that lead to growth. It's like the broke person who doesn't want to take their car to the mechanic because it's making a funny sound, and they know if they take it to someone qualified, they'll identify the problem and there will be a growth experience or an expense. The same is true for you as a human being, as an entrepreneur, as a coach, as a leader, as a husband, as a lover, as a competitor, as an athlete. The same is true for you in all these different ways that you show up in the world. Your resistance to the inspection, to the introspection, to the dive within, to the isolation of what is ready to transform and become more and expand in whatever way it's meant to expand, your resistance to that will always be there. And so it's not about finding a beautiful flowery place where this resistance stops. It's about putting the processes, the habits, and sets of being, routines into your life such that your expansion is always fostered, always on the forefront. This is a great example. Keep doing this. Cool. All right, what's one powerful action step today to put this advice into play in our lives? See if there's one new behavior that you can commit to that is going to bring expansion, growth, and ultimately bliss and happiness into your life. Because really what you came here for is expansion. What you came here for is growth, contribution, and to become all that you can possibly be. That's a life well lived. Regardless of the outer factors of success, the measuring sticks, those don't matter. All that matters is that at the end of your life that you know that you went for it all the way. So what's one new behavior that you can put into your life that will help you to have that experience when it comes time for your death? All right, well, we're getting heavy today and also lighter. Hopefully that was helpful for some of you guys. I look forward to checking this out later and getting the download and really feeling it more so for myself. And as always, thank you for joining me for today's Untethered Daily. Sending lots of love, good juju, positive energy your way. Bye for now.